Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Megz Moviez. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. This goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and to today's video, so let's get into it. Okay, and I am back with another episode of Megz Moviez Weekly Watches. I can't believe I've actually made it to week 3. Like, I've done 3 in a row. I love it. And we're going to keep going with it, I promise. So if you are new to this series and this channel, this is just basically me talking about the movies I watched this week. And that is from last Sunday to yesterday, which was Saturday. So some of them I'll just give my quick thoughts because I might have done reviews for them on the channel. Or I'll briefly say something about them if I haven't done it on the channel. So yes, so let's get into it. I'll put the posters on that side for the films that were streaming or cinema. And then anything that was physical, I've got physical copies here to show you. And my doggy is yawning. Is she tired? Are you tired? You tired? So yes, so let's get into it. So the first movie I watched this week was Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man. So this was the last film in the Invisible Man franchise that I needed to watch. I didn't mind it. It weren't the best. Like, I like how they tried to do a comedy route. I like Abbott and Costello. They were quite funny. This is the first time I've ever seen them in anything. So they did make me laugh. But I think I like the idea of the Invisible Man being more creepy than I do funny. But don't get me wrong, it was enjoyable in some ways, but for some reason, not just this one, but all the other Invisible Man original films, I struggled to get into, but it's fine. I have done a ranking of all 7 movies, so that's the 6 classics and the remake from Blumhouse. If you want to go and check that out, the video is in here somewhere. But yeah, so I'm glad I got to watch those classics. I will be watching the other Universal Monster classics at some point, just not sure when. Okay, and then the next one I watched was Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So I absolutely love this film, and in fact I think it's even better than the first one. Only slightly though. It's still, like, both films are amazing, but if I had to choose, I would choose this one. Apologies for my voice, I think it's going, which is fabulous. But no, this was a really, really good sequel. Jim Carrey did so much, like, he did so well in this one. It was nice to have the addition of Tails and Knuckles. They were good in this film. Like, honestly, this was such a fun film. And I know some people didn't like the wedding scenes, but to be honest, I found them quite funny, especially one specific scene. But no, this was a really good film. I look forward to seeing Sonic 3. However, if Jim Carrey's not going to be in it, I will be a little bit gutted. I know he's retired and everything, but who knows, maybe if the script is good enough, he'll come back. But if this is his last film, I'm happy he ended on this film. Okay, and then the next one I watched was Paranormal Activity, The Marked Ones. Now, I did this as a subscriber mail review, so if you want to go see my full thoughts on that, go check it out. But what I will say is, this is pretty much as good as the first one. So I seriously recommend people watch this film because I think it is a very good film. Okay, and then the next one I watched was Babylon. So this was a cinema trip one. So there is a trip to the movies vlog and there's also a review for it on my channel. So I won't go into too much. But what I will say is that this movie surprised me at how much I enjoyed it. And I certainly will be buying this on physical when it comes out. Okay, and then the next one I watched, this was a rent on Amazon Prime. For a simple fact of, I rented this good couple of weeks ago and it was about to run out and I had to watch it, and that was Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I found it okay. Like, I liked the idea and the premise, but I don't know what it was, but I just couldn't fully get into it. Now, it wasn't a terrible movie. I've seen worse movies. I will give this another watch in the future because just in case I do change my mind on it. But it's worth at least a one-time watch in my eyes. But maybe once I watch it again in the future, my mind might change. Okay, and then the next 2 I watched in the cinema. I did 2 cinema trips in one day. The first one was For a Man Called Otto. So I have reviewed both of these movies on my channel. So if you want to go and check out my thoughts, you can. But A Man Called Otto, this one surprised me. This was really enjoyable. Tom Hanks did really well in this film. And I really enjoyed the side characters in this as well. But yeah, A Man Called Otto surprised me. And then the next one I watched that day was The Whale. So this is not coming out until the 3rd of February in the UK. However, my local cinema was doing an exclusive member screening. And of course, me being a member, I thought I have to go and see it. Because I really liked the look of the clip and the trailer. So, of course, when I went to go and see it, I loved it. It is my favourite film of the year so far. And I have such a gut feeling that I don't think anything will beat this one. I well and truly enjoyed this film. I'll be watching it again when it comes out in the cinemas properly. And I will also be adding this to my collection. Brendan Fraser did absolutely amazing in this role. And I look forward to seeing if he does any more. Okay, and then the next one I watched was the original RoboCop. I was supposed to do an original versus remake this week on my channel. However, that kind of went tits up. Let's just say it's not been the best week for me, both physically and mentally. So apologies that video didn't come out. But I will be watching the other RoboCop in the next couple of days in prep for it next week. So this is coming. It's just going to be next Thursday instead. But this is an absolute classic. This is an 80s classic. And I like going back to this. This is a fun cop movie. And it's like the effects in this. This is why I prefer 80s movies for effects. Because it was so practical and so real. And yeah, seriously, if you haven't watched the original, I seriously recommend you do. Okay, and then the next one I do have a review for on my channel, so I won't go too much into it. And that is Teen Wolf, the movie. I have been waiting for this film since last October. I'm a massive Teen Wolf fan. So, of course, when they announced the movie, I was like, I have to watch it. Let's just say I well and truly enjoyed it. And if you were a fan of the TV show, I seriously recommend you watch the film. It's definitely worth it. And then the next one was the one I watched yesterday. Now, unfortunately, because of how things went over the past couple of days at work, I haven't been able to do my review for this one yet. I will do a review for it. I just don't know when it will be yet. It might be tomorrow because I've actually got the day off tomorrow. And that is There's Something Wrong with the Children. Such a long title. So this is a Blumhouse horror film that came out this year. I won't say too much because obviously I want to do a full review for you guys on my channel. So what I'll just say is I like the premise. However, the film was a bit meh. That's all I'm going to leave you with because like I said, I do want to actually do a full review for this on my channel. That will most probably go up tomorrow because with what I've got to do today and the fact I've got work in a little bit, I don't think I'm going to have time to upload it. If I do, I do. But do expect there to be a review to come out for this film over the next couple of days because, like I said, my New Year's resolution is to actually review all the films I watch in the year. So that way you've got my full thoughts on all the films. Okay, future Megan here. Whilst I was editing my video, I realised I didn't give you my best and my least favourite films of the week. So I'm just going to quickly shift over, tell you guys which ones they are, and then we'll go back to past Megan. Okay, so for my least favourite films this week, I actually have two because I struggled to pick which one to choose. So the first one will be Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man. Yes, it had some enjoyable moments in it, but it weren't really all that... It was okay for me. It wasn't anything too much. And the other film would be There's Something Wrong with the Children. A very good premise. Liked the idea, but the movie was just a bit meh. So maybe once I watch it again in the future, who knows. Okay, and my best film of the week, of course, is going to be The Whale. I absolutely loved this film and I look forward to watching it again next month. So yeah, so we're now going to go back to past Megan, who's now going to finish the video. So yeah, I've only watched 10 movies this week. That surprised me. But in all fairness, like I said, not been the best week. But yes, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and also the notification bell. And also leave me your comments and thoughts on the movies that I watched this week. Did you like any of the films that I watched? Are you looking forward to any of the films that I watched, if you've got them on your list? Is there any you recommend? Leave me a comment in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time.